In the summer of 2022, we were living in Portland for internships. The closest family we had was 6 hours east. Other than that, we had no friends, no colleagues, we didn't know anybody. I spent a lot of that time in the evenings after our corporate jobs, writing, drafting, outlining, researching, studying. It was a quiet summer. In May, it rained a lot. I'd never lived in Portland before, so it was a really good experience. I liked it a lot. The people who pump your gas for you, that was strange. Because we didn't have family close by, we decided that we wanted to get outdoors every single weekend. There's so many waterfalls, so many beautiful places. How could you stay inside on the weekends when you had the time to go exploring? We decided that we were gonna go and try to find the waterfall corridor. We pull into the road where you start driving down the actual corridor to see all these waterfalls, and we get stopped by some park rangers. They're on the side of the road with a little sign. They tell us that you were required to have a permit to see the waterfalls. So you could drive through, but you couldn't park anywhere without a permit. We had no service. There was no way to get the permit. So we ended up driving straight through, but we didn't want to go home yet because we'd come out here. We were trying to get outside. We were trying to be active and healthy. Just on the other side of the waterfall corridor, a small hike that didn't require a permit. Started hiking. It was 95 degrees. No breakfast, no water. I was in thick wool socks. It was hot. At about the 2.5 mile mark, I started getting some heat exhaustion. Head was pounding. I was feeling dizzy and my vision was going blurry, and my husband had a single apple in his backpack that he gave to me. The heat combined with our ill preparation, it was not looking good, and I was feeling like I was gonna throw up. I was so disappointed because I wanted to get to the top of the trail, and I just felt like I couldn't get there. My will and determination were draining away as my body started to really struggle. My husband asked me, he was like, okay, well, I can take you back to the car, we can call it a day, or I can carry you. I'm a grown adult woman. You're not carrying me Madame Zeroni style up the mountain, okay? He was like, nah, we're doing that because I want you to see this with me. I want to share this with you. This guy puts me on his back, toddler style, so I'm sitting on his shoulders. He walks me the last 2 miles up the trail. I'm trying not to pass out, but I'm having such a good time. It's so romantic. I'm swooning, and he's laughing. We get to the top, and it is breathtaking, and you can see the whole corridor all the way down. I sat there in the midst of all of my anguish. It reminded me of the people that figuratively lift me and carry me all the time. I had some personal life stuff going on these last couple weeks. I had just sent out my first section of chapters to my alpha readers on this book that I've been writing for 2 years. About a day after that, we find out that my uncle passed away, someone I loved very much. Everything came to a halt. We spent time with our family. We attended the services. And then I came back. When you spend 2 years writing a book inspired by your family history, and then right as you're sending it to your alpha readers, you lose family. It's been interesting, but I finally got to send out the next part of my chapters to my alpha readers. I've just had this surge of people sending kind messages, letting me know that they were thinking about me or thinking about the book that I've been talking about. Just those little things that felt like I was being carried up a mountain where I could see the end, where I wanted to get there. My desire was there, and I just couldn't. My body, my own strength wasn't sufficient. It's a divided community at times because we have all of our controversial things that always come up, but the book community really knows how to show up and support authors, writers, and creators when it comes down to it. And I felt that a lot this week. So that's where my head is at right now. That's where my brain is just kind of going through the process of missing someone that you love. The update I really wanted to give you guys today, I am changing jobs. I'm transitioning from remote work to full-time in-person. I know, it's kind of backwards with what everyone else is doing, but it aligns really well with some of my personal and professional goals. I will be transitioning to a full-time corporate position doing graphic design, which I've been doing for 7 years. Very excited about that. It's gonna be a good time. I'll get to work with a team, have a mentor, all those kinds of things. The days will be spent in design work, and then the evenings will be spent in book work. It will probably have a drastic impact on my social media channels. I've never been a huge fan of bulk content, but in the publishing world, you have to have a social media presence. Wow, the sun just came out. Yeah? Mystery movie vibes. I started my Bookstagram account a year ago in February. I will be celebrating 1 year on Bookstagram officially. 2 years spent writing my book. Lots of fun things coming up. Lots of milestones to celebrate. That's my update. Things are gonna look different. I'm probably gonna be doing some bulk content so that I have the presence. I wanted to thank you so much for carrying me up the mountain. Stanley Yelnats is you. I really needed it this week. The next couple of weeks, as far as books are going, I've got part 2 out to my alphas right now. I'm gonna be working on polishing up part 3 this week and next week, sending that out to them next weekend, part 4 to follow, and then I will be retreating into my editing cave to implement some of those edits, and then we will be serious querying and a second round of betas. Find me, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Threads. Thanks for wandering by. I hope you stop again, and I hope that we can be writing friends as we continue to push The Girl Made of Northstone closer and closer to publication. Happy writing, my friends.